This is a man's world.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another week of It's a Man's World podcast. This is D. Hayes.
Crystal was here.
Same OG.
And the King of Hearts.
How y'all niggas doing?
With the
How y'all niggas doing?
I'm sorry. I don't
Soldier
know.
took me down.
Yeah, there's lots of
That's them old school
yeah.
sugars.
Yeah, anyway. Welcome back, everybody, to another week. We back. We black. We excited to be here. It's a little cooler today, which is nice.
Well, I wouldn't say that. It's just a little cloudy.
It was hot as hell this week. I mean,
No, it was
this
still
week.
hot.
Yeah, this weekend
still
last
hot
week was
outside
crazy,
right now.
man.
Well, shout out Cam. We got the Hollywood lights on us. Y'all check out the visuals this week.
All right.
Yeah.
We in
check
here
out-
glowing. Okay.
Yeah.
We here coming
Cam-
up little by
right.
little.
Cam got the melanin lights on us.
The melon.
Really make it pop. Make it pop. Make it jiffy pop. It's hard. You don't get enough. You better blink, nigga, looking at me.
All right, do something. Say something when you're in there.
Say something when you're in there.
Listen, I saw that point. My mic kept talking about butter pecan.
This ain't no butter pecan.
All right.
This is hard. Y'all check it out.
Anyway, y'all, we're gonna do a little recap this week for shooting the shit, and we're gonna talk about we don't always our schedules don't always align on the weekends because we all got like little separate gigs and things we're involved in. But this
love
past
gig.
Friday we all got to
We turned he ain't got no gig. You gotta do something. He ain't got no gig.
right. I appreciate that too, y'all. We all got to kick it on Friday, which we don't always get to do, but we got to kick it and hang out. Like all four of us in the building
And
with
we
a lot of
did.
other friends.
We
Yeah.
did big things. We skate and we did karaoke. We did 2 events. My leg was on fire. You know, you wake up. You wake up like, what the fuck is wrong with my inner thigh? It's okay.
Nigga, I'm burning. I don't
Y'all,
know.
I mean, I feel like
on.
I feel like I'm active, but I did that second lap of skating and my shoulder. Why was my shoulders hurting?
It was my shins that was fucking me.
And it really
Was
is.
you hitting it?
Yeah, no, it's that really that I was
Wasn't it
hitting
like the
it.
most?
But you don't realize how
The little groove skate.
you don't realize
Hey,
how
how
you
far
using every
yeah.
muscle. When you hit them thrusts, you using
There
them
was-
shoulder muscles.
There
You
was
got
this
to-
one minute that it was just. I hate it, man.
I mean, you hate it when they're really in there showing out. Because someone was in there showing out. They was down there laying down skating.
Yeah, no, they was doing a lot.
Yes.
like Olympic
was-
Where
figure
somebody was like,
skating.
no,
Yeah.
it was.
But they had on jeans and t-shirts.
They had routines. They had little
I'm
ballroom
saying,
dancing
That black dude
routine.
and that white dude just.
Yeah.
No, they
Uh.
Oh, why y'all hating
dude-
on them? They was getting it in.
No, they was getting it,
no,
bro.
they was getting it, but there was another couple of people that worked there. It was just 2 dudes that was working that was doing like some damn 1996 Winter Olympic shit. Like
Yeah, they was spinning each other
spinning each
around.
other around. One of them
They
put
was-
one leg in the air,
yeah.
and like
And we ain't gonna talk about these speed bumps. I talking about, Lord, our black children cannot skate. I ain't seen one white child on the floor. I mean, our black children was biting the damn
no,
dust.
they really were.
I'm talking about. I said,
And
Lord.
white children was out there thriving. Them
Was out
niggas
there
was on the
thriving.
floor. Them little
Listen.
kids was on the
So
floor.
y'all
yeah.
hear this?
That was
Y'all,
my
y'all
favorite
get our
part.
babies to the
When
skating
somebody
rink.
fell.
Right,
Because
teach
we
them how to skate.
Because we were a little nervous. G want to see somebody fall so bad. He was
Every
literally.
time
Oh,
somebody
yeah,
fell,
let's
I
go
was
there,
Like, man
yeah.
down. Every
Let's
time
talk
somebody
about it.
fell.
So, G, the first thing that when we said we was gonna go skating, the first thing G said was, "Hey, you gonna fall?"
You
And I was like, "No, I don't
should
think
hope
so.
not.
I haven't skated." And he said the same thing to Crystal, like, "Y'all gonna fall?" Even okay. Then when,
nigga, I
then when
ain't
we
gonna
get to
lie.
the skating rink, the first thing he said, "Hey, you gonna fall tonight?" I was like,
I really
"No."
want to see somebody
I
fall.
really want to see somebody fall. I was like,
Y'all,
"No, I'm
it's-
not gonna fall."
let me
It
tell
really
you,
is funny
you
when
can-
somebody fall on skates. Like,
But
I
you
seen
got
this
your
dude
money's
fall. His whole
Right.
feet came up and fell.
So I want who
funny.
fell at our outing on Friday?
I did fall, but it wasn't my fault.
See?
And somebody pulled me down.
Yeah.
Literally, somebody. I was trying to help them.
No, yeah.
She was about to fall. I literally had all the time and space to not fall.
Right.
But she panicked and she
No.
pulled me down, and we both fell.
And that's what you forget. That's what you forget when you skating is you cannot try to walk around saving hoes. You got to, your
I
best
had no choice. I
Your
needed
best
to-
thing to
I
do
needed
is
to
jump
save her.
over them. You got to save yourself, or you will be
Well,
down.
no, she wasn't falling yet. Like, we was both up.
Now get your feet
And
out
then
my
she
area
started
now.
falling,
My bad.
and I was holding her up, and then she fell.
It really
And then
like
she pulled
it
me
really
down.
like we was at a damn nursing home. All them kids on them like walkers.
Oh my
you know what I mean?
gosh,
Them walkers,
yeah.
them, like them walker skater things or whatever.
And you can't. You will be okay. So that was skating event. That's okay. That was a little. Attendance was a little sparse. Hart, where was your ass at? That's okay because we double booked the event.
yeah, and Hart, you ain't even said that on the show today. Say hello to the listeners.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, now he finna chime in because karaoke. Now we hit up karaoke, okay? So we had a group. We had a pretty solid group, about 8 people, you know what I mean, trickling in. We had some late comers said they was bringing about 5 people, right?
Right.
Sound
I
like
don't know.
somebody flipping papers.
But anyway,
that's Cam.
yeah, that's all right. Yeah, so they came.
Are you trying to be funny right now?
So we had a couple people that showed up, okay? And when I say a couple, you think like, can I bring a few more people? You be like, okay, can I bring, what do y'all think that somebody be like, oh, can we stop by? I'm bringing about how many people?
4.
4?
That's max. I mean,
Five.
I
I
would
think 4 is
say
the
I would
max.
say 2.
I'm thinking we
Yeah.
bringing, I'm thinking we
2
bringing,
to 3.
I'm
'cause
thinking we
that's all
brought
can fit
8.
in one car.
I'm thinking we brought 8, so I'm like, okay, 7, as long as it's under our number, okay? So, yeah, they run me a little list about who's stopping by. How many people showed up? How many extra people showed up, y'all?
It was in the teens.
Yeah, it was
At
in
least
13.
14.
14
At least
people.
14.
I was waiting for people to stop coming through the
Yeah,
door.
so you just like, okay, all right. Hey, y'all,
Yeah, hey,
God bless.
Oh, hey, watch out there now.
Right.
Yeah, we did some very black greetings.
No,
We
it was
just
very
all-
black.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
very black.
It was every black green drink.
I had already made it.
Oh,
Crumble.
I had already made a service announcement about what's it called? The fellowship, the company was about to get a lot blacker, but damn it, I didn't mean that black. I didn't know.
right.
Yeah, it got
I didn't
right.
know the shade that it was possibly gonna get to.
Yeah.
The
It was like
darkness.
3 a.m. slowly approaching 4. Like,
Yeah.
It was like,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Midnight
It
black
was
for
black,
sure,
black,
yeah.
black.
But
yeah.
it was fun. We went and did karaoke. We got some good. I got some good Drew Hill. I got good everything out.
Temple
I got some good
Boy.
laughs out. That's what I did.
Man.
But you really do. You have to you really does. It really opens your eyes and just let you know, you got to be real conscious of who you're around. Because sometimes you can go around people and you can feel like, oh, everything just normal. This is just normal what I bring to the table. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it could be not normal. It could be not as normal as you think. You know what I
gotta
mean?
diversify your friend
Yeah,
group.
this is about
Yeah.
exposure. This is about
Yeah.
exposing yourself.
Yeah.
And I think all of us exposed ourselves quite a bit this weekend. Let me tell you, eye-opening.
Well, I don't know if we exposed ourselves, but we got exposed to some other stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
that's it. Then in that
Yeah.
way, you got exposed.
Yeah.
You open yourself up. But yeah, karaoke, we definitely gotta go hit that again. That was a good time.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of singing going on.
It was.
Crystal was definitely the
Stars.
one that was like the least shy or nervous to get up there. Like she was out there doing full performances. Like Crystal was singing,
Because all I got is
dancing.
a performance. Y'all know I can only hit every 5th note. So I got to make it up in stage presence.
Yeah, she was out there getting it though. Like yeah, we had a good time. Hart, what song did you do?
What song did
You
I
got
do?
up there
I
and did
did,
ass with 375 asses.
I'm
D-Hayes
telling you,
did ass.
D-Hayes did.
No,
all
he
you
did-
heard was ass.
When he
ass,
did Old
ass,
Town
ass,
Road, he was
ass.
really trying to sing a little bit on there.
D-Hayes
Yeah.
is self-conscious about karaoke because he can sing, and I don't
No,
allow
talk
no
about.
good
Let's
singing.
talk about how D-Hayes had got an 83, right?
Yeah, I did get
he had got an
83.
83 with Old Town Road,
Yeah.
and
He
he
was
was
pissed.
upset because everybody else was getting 87s, 90s, and
He
99s.
said, no, somebody after that got like a 93. He said, damn, I know I did. He said, damn, when I got an 83.
No, that's just shook
So-
in there.
So he got up and he did ass and he got 100. And he was so happy. He started
mean,
jumping
he
up and
did a
down. You would have
backflip
thought he
with ass.
won a championship.
And that's also we was sitting over there like we was all sitting we was all
I
sitting
was dead.
we was all sitting over there thinking about like we was just looking at the when you go to karaoke and you really paying attention to the lyrics, you really think about like how like niggerish some of the songs
Oh, yeah,
are.
yeah.
But like Ass by Big Sean, that song, like, I think Chris was the one that says, you like, I never realized how ridiculous this song
Yeah,
is. Fucking
this is
ridiculous.
fucking ridiculous.
But it's a
Remember
jam,
when Nikki
though.
come out, kiss my ass, and you like,
Yeah.
oh.
Nikki's was out. I started thinking like, dang, she said all that.
Yeah, she
Busted
said all
really
that.
open in the islands of Waikiki.
Hey, kiss my ass and my
Right.
ass because it's finally famous. Yeah,
Yeah.
you like, damn, man, I got to say all this. And she ain't up there helping you either. It's just straight karaoke.
There was somewhere in there where they had the wrong lyric where they put Kmart. What song
Oh,
was
that was on a song that I sung. I think it was 50 Cent.
Okay, yeah. So there was only 2 100s of the night that I remember.
Sicko mode. Y'all did pretty good
They
at Sicko
got,
mode.
they got
Yeah,
100
we
on
got
there
100.
too.
Yeah,
G
Sicko mode was
did good
good.
at Sicko Mode. I was
I
just there
did
for
good. I
support.
saved Sicko mode from an audience.
Yeah, I did. I mean, I knew.
I didn't miss a
looked-
word.
Every time I looked over, Hart was just like, nigga, you don't know the words. Come on,
It does.
bro.
No,
It does
I
take a
didn't.
second
I
to
had
get
to just
warmed
kinda,
up.
you
I
know.
go to karaoke a lot. It takes a
No,
second.
the
We got-
words.
No,
what
yeah.
you realize, especially if you do like a rap song, them words come up really fucking
No,
fast.
yeah. It turns
yeah.
out rappers can really rap.
Like
Even
you
Drake.
have to know the
Like, I
words
just did
already.
him. It's even Drake. Everybody, them niggas can really rap.
No, you have
Yeah.
to know the words already. If you don't know the words, you can't. I can't read that.
If
damn
you
fast.
know them, you're like, oh damn, that was
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, we had a good,
We had a good
successful
time,
Friday.
yeah.
I mean, with black folks, we got out. We fellowship.
It was fun. It was black as hell.
We was
Yeah.
tolerant.
No,
Yeah.
we need to go again.
No,
Yeah.
we do, for sure.
That was a chicken fight.
And next time you got to go skating, bro. This girl, at the end of the night, this girl fell
broke
at the
her
skating
arm.
ring and broke her arm in like 6 different places.
Oh, and I sure wasn't kidding.
Paramedics had to come get her.
No, her
She was in-
arm.
she was
I
in
forgot
pain.
about that. Her arm was like a pretzel, and I had sat down just to put my skates, and I looked up, and the first thing I saw was this damn arm. I mean, cracked back like a damn check mark in the opposite way. I'm talking about at the elbow.
How'd she do
and
that?
I thought she had just fallen. I thought she was just trying to get her bearings, but I literally turned to G. I'm like, why the fuck did we sit here? Like, this is a freaking murder scene. and then like, so we're like changing our shoe.
They started asking. It was like, have you ever or do you take any medication?
Right.
They said, have you had any surgery? She said, I had my tonsils taken out.
They're like, oh no, baby, you don't need more than that.
Like, nah, like,
It was
that
a
ain't-
young girl?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
but
probably
she had to
in
be
her
like
early 20s, late
She
teens.
had a leg full
Yeah,
of
she had like a
tattoos. She
leg
had to be
full of
at least
tattoos,
20.
so she had to be at least somewhere older.
But
Yeah.
no, and then the paramedics came in there trying to move. Yeah, we
It
had
was
this little
17
weekend.
They had to
It was 17
literally,
paramedics
like,
that came in there
They
too.
had to give her a shot to get her up.
Yeah.
Because it
like-
hurts too bad to move her.
No,
Bro,
her-
they
yeah.
were trying to wrap like some towel around her, and I was like, bro, she not like, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah, her arm was just hanging.
That
It
wasn't
not
a
hanging,
That probably
but
was a splint.
No, her
it
arm
was a towel,
cracked
bro.
back.
Like they
It
were
wasn't
trying to
splint.
wrap a towel around her whole body,
But
so
they couldn't
could
keep
lift
her body straight enough for her not to move her
But
arm.
every time they would just, she was just.
Good Lord, they was like such a nigga at karaoke. I forgot about the damn arm.
Right.
No, I was shook at that arm. I did. I turned to you. I was like, nigga, why the fuck are we sitting here? And then like the whole time, like we were probably
Literally,
we were
like,
a foot away from them.
It
While
was
the
like
paramedics
if she was laying in the middle of this room, this how close we were.
you could kick her.
Yeah.
I could have kicked.
I
no,
sat
no,
further
'cause I
down
told
for that
you-
very reason, because I could tell that shit, yeah, I sat further
G
down.
G was taking off his skate. I'm like, nigga, don't pop that skate off on her head, nigga.
Right.
Because it's gonna be a whole nother set of problems up in here for this baby.
Right.
Yeah, she was fucked up. So anyway,
Yeah, I hope she doing all right.
I did too. Shout out to her. We
She's
had
definitely in the cast for
yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah. No.
All right, y'all, we're going to move over and shoot the shit with our listeners. If you would like us to read your letter on the show, please email IAMWpodcast@gmail.com. We'll be glad to read your letter. Today, our letter comes from Jamel, and it is most likely, the subject line is most likely to. She said, hey, everybody, I love when y'all talk about y'all's relationships with each other, so I have a few scenarios that I would love y'all to talk about, if that's okay. I want to know who is the most likely to do different things and want to hear why you feel that way. Who is most likely to? So I'm going to read them out to y'all, and then we'll go back through them after we, okay, so who is the most
one
likely?
at a time?
Yeah, we'll do it
Let's
one
hear
at a
the
time.
list and then we'll go quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna get yeah, okay. So who is the most likely to 1, call the truth after an argument, 2, work your nerves, 3, be standoffish, 4, encourage somebody else, 5, go against the grain, 6, overreact, and 7, be dismissive. I ask all this in good fun. Love the show, Jamel.
So we're gonna do like a 1, 2, 3.
Let's do the
Why are
first
you in here trying to start shit?
All right, I like the
I know, I
person
love
base.
these two. Thank you. Send more.
Yeah.
Who cares if the friendship's
Okay,
over?
so who is the most?
Who cares if it's the
let's
last
start with
straw?
the first one. Who is the most likely to call a truce after an argument? I guess 1, 2, 3 is the easiest way to do it, probably.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Let's
All right.
go.
Who is the most likely to call a truce after an argument? 1, 2, 3.
DAs.
I don't even know.
You didn't answer?
Call it true.
Yeah, I don't know, cause I feel like we like if we had an
Oh
argument.
no, that is D Hayes.
Are
That
we
is
talking
D.
about with each
I don't
other
think
or
nobody
just
gonna
period?
I think with each other. Well, that's a good
I
question.
think
with
it's
each
pretty
other
even,
is
though.
Let's do
different.
it with each other just because.
Yeah, I feel like it's
I
pretty
think
even.
we should do period because
Okay.
with each other, I think it like if with that question with each other, I think we all do it. We'll all call you know,
Yeah,
that's
but
what I
call a
think.
truce in real life.
like
D.
just
Hayes.
with
No,
anybody.
only
D.
one.
Hayes
With
will
any-
hold a
D.
grade. He'll hold a grudge.
But he'll try to talk
No.
about it though. He's not gonna try to make you hold a
So
grudge.
which one we doing? With each other or
Let's
Let's
just do it
pick
with
in
each
general,
other.
I get-
No, let's just do it with each other.
Yeah, okay,
all right.
okay,
With each
fine.
other, then who's most?
D. Hayes.
Okay. Who is the most likely to work your nerves?
Hold on.
I know mine.
I know what you're gonna say.
I don't know. Come on, I guess
All right.
I'm just saying.
Come on now, the
I
friendship
don't think you
over
guys
there.
have to agree with each other.
No, we
Yeah.
don't.
No, we don't.
All right. Yeah, you're right, Cam. All right, let's do it. Who's the most likely to work your nerves? 1, 2, 3.
D. Hayes.
You said who?
You.
Oh yeah. I
Oh,
knew
Jesus, definitely D. Hayes. D. Hayes don't really work my nerves unless he try to disagree with me on some shit.
Yeah.
that he already know I'm finna stand my
That's
ground.
that's the
Don't
only
come
time-
for me with no.
That's the only time. That's the only time he worked my nerves. Is we agree.
It's a mutual when working them nerves. I
I'm
already
in
know
the
I'll be on this too. Both been sitting here with our arms crossed.
One day we was talking about something we wasn't agreeing, and Chris was just on her phone like, well, I pretty much said what the fuck I said.
So let's just want to end this right now.
I remember the first time me and D. Hayes didn't agree on something. It was at work, and D. Hayes was like, "All right, I'm just telling you, bro. I'm just telling you. You can do what you do, but when this happened, don't come to me because I told you. I'm like, bro, all right, I heard you, bro. If
All
something
that
happened,
Karen
it's my fault.
shit. Calm
D. Hayes tells
down.
me regularly that he wants to roundhouse me. He
Oh,
told me
no,
that
he
earlier
does.
today.
I did want to run at you earlier today too.
No.
No,
because
I didn't do nothing.
G. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Anyway, all right. That's enough on that one. Definitely. Wait, who did you say though?
I said you.
So I'm the one to work all the y'all's nerves.
No,
Yeah.
not really, but just
It
the
ain't.
If
Like I
somebody's
said,
gonna work my nerves,
only
it's
in
gonna
that
be
situation.
Really?
You. Yeah.
I don't argue with G and Hart though.
That really sucks.
I don't argue. It's not like that though. You the most argumentative.
You
I
wanna know
don't know.
why? No, you wanna know why?
I don't think so.
Because stuff like this will happen. And tomorrow, Ricky gonna call and he
gonna
gonna be
bring it
like,
up.
So I work on y'all.
yeah, he gonna be like, so I work on y'all nerves? And then nobody tell me that. He gonna say,
No,
he
but
gonna
even
be saying that.
but Hart and G, I don't ever argue with them. Like I don't ever. I completely 100% probably baby brother and which is gone. Y'all know what y'all talking about. Y'all ain't talking about nothing. Okay. Which ain't true. Sometimes y'all be right, but I ain't arguing with nobody
Right. Okay.
unless it's D-Hay.
Right.
You know what? I guess in the grand scheme of things, I am the person that argue with everybody. In the
Okay.
I've argued with each one of y'all numerous times.
Acceptance.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, y'all. Who is the most likely to be standoffish?
One,
That's
two.
actually, wait. No, wait. It's not. I don't know that it's necessarily the obvious though. Actually.
No.
All right.
Who's the obvious?
Okay.
Me?
It is you.
One,
that's what I was gonna
two,
say, too.
three.
Hart.
Hart. But also G. Also though. 'cause
Yeah,
G,
I can be.
Yeah, because
but
G.
Hart is worse than me. Though.
No, Hart is definitely more standoffish than you are. But Hart, like G.
Okay, ain't no
is,
same place. It's hard. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay.
No, he is.
Yeah.
Who is
But
the
he
most?
not really. He just.
Who is the most likely to encourage somebody else? One.
Hold on. Okay, go.
This kind of tough.
Go ahead.
That is tough.
Go ahead.
Well, see, yeah. Okay.
Go ahead. I know
One-
what I'm gonna do.
1, 2, 3.
Everybody.
Hayes.
Yeah, I say everybody.
It is.
Yeah.
In our group, everybody.
Yeah.
It really
I'm
is.
sorry, I had to say everybody.
No.
No,
Because I
sometimes
feel-
it's kind of gross. It
I
is.
feel like all of
sometimes
y'all,
it is.
Sometimes
we all
it's kinda
encourage
gross.
each other.
No, so really, like even like with obviously we meet to plan every week before we do this. Like if somebody comes with a long face, it's literally like, what's going on? You know what I
Right,
mean? Like
right.
nobody,
Yeah.
it's just not gonna happen. If somebody comes excited about something, it doesn't even matter. Like today, I tied my shoe the way that I like it tied. What?
Right.
All right, brother.
Right.
The black man can.
Tie that shoe.
Okay.
Right.
You better tie that shit. So I mean, okay, yeah. So that's.
Okay, the next one is who is the most likely?
We're in the encouraging business. Like we really don't.
No,
Like
yeah,
it's
yeah,
actually
that's true.
part of our
Yeah.
regular routine.
Okay, who is the most likely to go against the grain?
Let's go.
Okay.
It's between two people.
It's between two people.
Y'all
too.
not finna keep bodying my motherfucking ass.
Why do you think
I
it
think
is?
it's you.
It really
It ain't you.
It ain't you
No,
at all.
you are the compromiser. You
Yeah.
are, if it's on the table, and even if it's your thing that you need something, you still be
This,
like, it's okay.
this
Everybody else,
definitely, you ain't even in this
No,
Yeah,
conversation.
you
really
ain't even in
not.
the top two.
you don't
Oh,
even.
really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
nah.
All right, most likely to go against the grain.
Excuse you. Now wait a minute. Now it's on the two top and the top two. Nigga, it's number one and number two. Now wait a damn minute. You wasn't on the list. What was the question?
Who is the most likely to go against the grain?
Yeah, let me see if I can dig something up. Now wait a minute. Now that I think to it.
Not that thing to it.
You ain't completely innocent. Hold on. Okay, now this is a little hard. Okay, go ahead. One.
I really don't know.
Come on, you ready?
Yeah.
One,
2,
two, 3.
3.
G.
Hard.
What the fuck?
Who'd you
Yeah,
say?
I said hard.
Who'd you say?
I said Hart.
Who'd you say? Glenn?
G.
See, I was thinking it was either me or Hart. That's what I was thinking.
Okay, so
I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was
I always
between
pop
you and
off
Chris.
too early.
No, I think it was between me and Hart.
I thought it was between
I
you
think
and
it's
Chris.
probably y'all. Yeah, probably
Yeah.
between y'all two. Yeah.
I mean,
But
sometimes
I get-
I go
only
against
reason why I
Gray for
give it
shock
to Hart-
value. Somebody really got their
Yeah,
heels
but-
dug in. I'm like, oh, well, let me just see what I can sprinkle
I think
this.
you
Somebody
go
yelled
you go
back in.
against the grain like just to like be funny. It ain't like you really
Yeah.
serious. Like you don't be like totally serious. You just
Glenn
make a
always
joke about it.
surprises me when he goes against the grain, though, just because he just be like, nah. It'd be something that he just not with that day. He'd be like, nah, nigga, no. I don't think he's very, no, I ain't with it.
It's a
What
very
makes it
like
worse-
subtle digging of the heels too,
And it
because he
always-
not gonna bend.
No, and he-
but
and
he
he
like
not gonna do it either.
Yeah, no, he not.
And the thing about G2, he'll say like today he'll be not with it at all, and then he'll go think about it. He'll be like, bro, I think I would do that. The next, like weeks from now, he'd be like,
Yeah, I do think
I
about
would.
it, yeah.
I think I would do that, bro.
Yeah.
That's why that nigga work on my nerves.
And Hart, you, I think, will take us back to the drawing board probably the most, which is a good thing. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? That's the best. That's a good thing for growth. You will help us. I mean, bring. And there's even sometimes where a couple people think it's about something and be like, oh, let's see what Hart think first, because he will shut it down, and it'll
Right.
be a good indication that maybe we
Right.
need to freshen it up a little. You know what I mean?
The reason why I said Hart, because like I feel like I only go against the grain if I'm just hell bent on something. Hart don't. If he just don't like it a little bit, he
He's
gonna say
like,
no.
nah, I don't know.
And it's gonna
Like
start.
I'd be like, it's cool.
And it's gonna start just like this. Man.
Like, and why have any
I'm just
doubt,
saying,
he
like, I
going
mean, I hear what
against
you're
the grain.
saying, but I'm just saying, like, I think that shit, like,
If it's any little doubt that he have, he gonna say it. Like I be like, I don't know about that, but I just rock with
And
it.
that is true, because if be some doubt, I'd be like, yeah, I'm thinking, okay, a couple, you want it, G? Okay.
Yeah,
that is
he
true.
just like, like nah.
Okay,
yeah,
who
that's
was
good.
the most likely to overreact? One, y'all ready? Y'all ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Me.
Hard. I mean, not hard. D Hayes. I don't know why I
me.
said hard.
Yeah, it's
That's
me.
a haze.
Yeah, D
Who'd you
Hayes.
say?
I said me.
What you overreact?
I mean, I don't think it's volatile. I don't think it changes anything.
Oh.
I definitely overreact to everything. I definitely give everything more of a reaction than what it needs. That's just my style.
Now that if you honestly, if you put it that way, then I take it back. Then it is you. If you just talking about like not necessarily like violently.
Yeah.
Then.
All my shit is
Wait,
in
what you trying
jest.
to say?
Violently. Is somebody gonna toss the chair?
Not that you be, you know what I'm saying.
Wait, I
wanna
need you to,
fight.
why the overreact? Let's go. We're going to break it
Why
down.
do you
This is
overreact?
why right now.
Don't
No.
do this. No, we're arguing about this for a week. Hell no.
No, we
no,
haven't.
no, we not.
We talking
no,
about every
no,
other thing.
Because you see the tone you get. No, niggas, no. That's why we're not doing it. Right there. Right there.
She hit you with that.
No.
Everything you done to me, I know it done to you, nigga.
Yeah.
No, 'cause look, the main reason I asked you
Gee,
one
we
simple
damn sure
question.
don't. No, we damn sure don't want to know your
I
reason.
asked D Hayes one
It's
question
okay.
What was the
earlier.
first thing?
After he brought it up,
Over here.
and he gonna tell me, I just want to roundhouse your ass. And he said he wanted to do a running stop, like a running head start.
No,
Not
that's
just a
because-
standstill. He want
No.
to run and karate kick me
That
for
is
asking
only-
him one question.
No,
That's-
that's only because you can see in your face, Glenn, when you working up to try to get on the Rick's skin.
No, I was
You be like, oh yeah, nigga.
I was asking a legit question. I
You
felt
enjoy
like.
it, though.
No, and all you have to-
It's your favorite shit to do.
No, but all you have to do to get Ricky is really just act like you just really don't give a shit a little too much. It ain't got to be about nothing. It'd be like, oh, the sky's really blue today. I don't know. I mean, Glenn, I don't know. It's a little greenish. But then the sky is blue, nigga. The sky is blue. Okay, D. Hayes, you're welcome to think what you want, but I'm looking at the sky and I'm entitled to think it's green. Okay, like you just.
It'd be like, bro, how the
it'd
damn
be a little
sky green?
It'd be a small dig. It'd be a dig with a spoon, nigga. And by the end of the week, that should be 6 feet deep. That nigga don't put in work, nigga, for that dig. And that's what it is. And he's trying to do it now, and that's why we're not fucking doing this, Jamel. Okay? Next
good.
question.
All right, the last one is, who is the most likely to be dismissive? One, 2, 3. Krista.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Krista.
Yeah, that is true. Because all we got to fret. Ain't no need to fret. And G, when he trying to get on D Hayes' nerves, okay?
that's
That finna
true
dismiss.
also.
That nigga gonna dismiss everything. But no, it's definitely me. Okay, we get it.
Everybody got one.
They do, because it's not in my natural spirit to just let things linger. It's not.
The other day we was talking about something and I asked Krista a question and she just answered some kind of way. And then she goes pause and look at me talking about what, attitude bad?
He asked me 3 times. I was getting to it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He gonna turn back and look at me because he didn't like the way the tone was. I said, what? Yeah. And that attitude was bad. But I cleaned it up because I will acknowledge it. And then I cleaned it up. Did I not?
She did.
Thank you. I cleaned it right on up. It wasn't even another second of attitude.
Yeah.
I knew I had done too much.
Okay, thank you so much, Jamel, for your question. We like questions
I know,
like
we
that.
love
That
those
was good.
letters.
Yeah. All right, y'all. The next letter comes from Sheila, and it just says, please advise. So it's a man's world. I recently sent my 3 kids to stay with my mother-in-law for a couple of weeks. She and I don't get along that well, but I always want her to have a good relationship with her grandchildren. I was really cool with everything until I went to pick them up. Both of my sons had braids, and my daughter wears her hair natural. She has never had chemicals or heat put on them. When I got there to pick them up, she had sent both of my sons to the barbershop, and now they both have fades, and she permed my daughter's hair. In all caps, I want to kick this hoe in the throat.
And you might have to go ahead and just do it and ask for forgiveness.
I
I know
was
that's
so-
the mother-in-law. I know how y'all feel about mother-in-laws.
I was so mad and taken aback, I just started crying and shaking. I don't even know how to begin to address this with her, but there's no way she's getting away with this shit. What do you think is the best way to address it? Like I said, we don't get along that well, so I know this conversation is about to be heated. I don't really care at this point, but I don't want to put my husband and kids in that situation. Let me know, please.
Yeah, this is tough.
Yeah, that's.
Right, yeah.
You gotta really
sometimes,
take
yeah,
a deep breath. You
have to
gotta woo.
exhale.
You gotta take a couple of woo
No,
sides.
because we talked about this today too. Like when mothers especially black mothers, first of all, the black hair anyway is just a whole thing. But like you see, if any race, these boys getting their first haircuts, girls getting their first haircuts, like the mothers are literally there catching the pieces of their heart as they cut, okay? Like you got to make it's a psychological choice that they made. Not to mention some kids get into, their elementary school years and they don't want to cut their hair. Right. You know what I mean? Like they like that's what, and they go into not ever cutting their hair. When's the last time you cut your hair? High school?
Oh no, I haven't had my hair cut in like 3-4 years.
Okay,
like
so it hasn't been that long, yeah. But even now, like when you heard the story, you're like, hell no.
Yeah,
like,
I can imagine, bro. Like,
and then as far as the natural thing, I mean, we already know what that whole get up thing was. And I was telling y'all today too, like my hair, I never had a perm or anything on it, but and we know that even earlier when they were doing it was just a convenience thing. But my dad literally you met my dad before. He is a man. He ain't worried about nothing going on with no female's hair. But that is one thing that he paid very close attention to, that a perm was not put on my hair. Basically, just that he saw some hair getting washed and he saw a hot comb on the stove. That's all he needed to see. But this is a like grandma. That's fucked up.
I would say this honestly, the boys getting a haircut is not so bad. I think it's worse with perm with the daughter.
Only because the growing back will be so different. Yeah.
So, but I would say this: starting off, I would talk to the boys to make sure they did not want to get their haircut.
Doesn't matter.
But if they did,
because if they young enough, it really don't matter.
Yeah, if they.
Don't matter.
It's a haircut. So if your boys want to get their haircut and not grow out their hair, why would you not let them do that?
The pop should have been the one to do it. It's the parents' responsibility
to do it.
Bro.
Yeah, it's the principle.
That's a big decision to make.
What I'm saying is, I'm not saying that it's okay for her to take them. What I'm saying is, if the boys wanted to get their haircut anyway, then it's kind of like, okay, I should have been asking them like whether they wanted to grow out their hair.
Okay, but check this out. If they did want to get their haircut, they did want to get their haircut, and they hadn't at that point, and their parents already knew that, meant their parents was like, nah, you're not getting your haircut yet.
But why?
And what would be the reason if there was some kids
listen, we was always black, bro. You know we didn't get choices like that when we was little, bro.
My mama gave me a choice with my hair. It's hair, bro. It's not that like as a boy. That's why I said as a girl it's different. But as a boy, my mama gave me a choice whether I could
Bro,
my hair.
What I mean by that is like when I was at the barbershop, my mama be standing right next to the barber saying this is what she want, this is where she want the part, this is what she want, and she was dressing me until I was probably like well into like
7,
getting closer to probably like,
and I'll say
closer to middle school, not middle school, but like closer to middle school.
My experience with like little boys with hair too is either they really really like their hair and don't want anybody to touch it, or they really really don't like their hair because they feel like it like makes them look girly or something like that. Like those are mainly the issues. But that's what I'm saying. Like with little kids, like if they haven't already been making a huge fuss about it, like because most of the black boys go get their hair cut when they're 1. They get their first haircut when they turn 1, just because it's growing into maybe a little fro. But if they haven't been going around stressing the issue, like causing a problem at the house, like, I want my haircut, I'm tired of it, you know what I mean? Like, at some point, the haircut probably would have been done. Most parents, I don't think, are just going to be like, oh, he's miserable, but I just want him to have all this long, pretty hair. If he would have wanted a haircut, they would have already got that fucking haircut.
And also, like, they've been growing their hair probably since birth, and they're going to go in there with you for 2 weeks, and you're going to
either way, they're kids. I don't care what the fuck they want. They're my kids.
Right.
So if they've been bugging you all weekend about a haircut, come and let me know, and then we'll take care of it when we get home. You don't even...
That's what I was going to get to. Like, that's what I was going to get to. Like, I feel like she used to talk to the kids, of course, or whatnot. And to me, like, knowing if they wanted it or not would kind of calm her down. She still need to go have that talk with, you know what I'm saying, her mother-in-law, because that's out of line. Like,
she low-key need to whip that ass.
Yeah, she needs to, but she can't though.
No, she can't, but she need to.
No, but she definitely need to have a firm talk and cuss her ass out.
And the little girl's hair, it will be a long time before her hair is like that again. It'll be a long time before her hair is natural again. Like that's messed up what you did to her.
The little girl is worse. I'm telling you.
Yeah, no, it definitely is.
The boys, it's like you good, but like the.
I think it's equally fucked up, bro.
It is.
Like,
I feel like from the tone, it sounds like the grandma was just like, nah,
No.
I've been telling them about this shit, and they down here now, I'm finna do this shit real
Yeah.
quick.
She probably every time she seen them, she probably was like, oh, you need a haircut.
Right.
I was just about to say,
yeah.
because even now, bro, like, I'm an adult. And I like I said, I got my haircut like 4 years ago. Like 3 or 4 years ago. But even at the time when I last got a haircut, it was because my barber fucked my hair up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I had to. So before that, like, it was been like 3 years. So I probably haven't had like just consistent haircuts for like almost 7 years, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
See?
But it's like, I go around some of my family members that they don't like my hair like this.
No, and a lot of old school people.
Yeah, old people, they don't like it. And if I was a kid and I had my hair like this and they was like, every time they see me, they don't like it, and that's they chance to get my hair cut, from number one, as a kid, as a person, I'm gonna be pissed the fuck off, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And as a parent, you letting your kid make that choice. That's your decision to make. And if the kids want to have their long hair, whoever it is, they just gotta respect that shit.
And like even
it seems like she didn't do that.
She
And
didn't.
that's fucked up.
And like you said, with the older generation too, like even in the 90s, if girls wore if moms did like all these like little afro puffs and like natural little blowouts, people will go around saying your baby's hair look crazy. You see how they try to do blue? I mean, that's like a perfect
Right.
example of how they try to do
Right.
blue, and they were just letting her hair grow out, and it was kind of like on the edge of that trend too. But now that's the trend, it's more accepting. But you know, I used to always want them hair, like I used to literally ask my mom if she would come after school, if she would take all my braids down so I could just wear my hair big. If she would let me go to the store like that, people would say I looked crazy.
Right.
But I could wear my hair in a big fro like that now if I was, you know. So it's, I mean, some of that is just going with the times, but it's just not your place. And honestly, like to stay respectful, like we can be funny about kicking ass and stuff like that, but this is one situation where, I mean, and sometimes I handle relationship problems, whether it's good or bad, but in this situation, I almost think that the best thing to do is just speak volumes through silence. Like, don't say nothing to her, because you're not going to be able to not cuss at her. You're not going to be able to overreact. And the next thing she's going to be able to do is go tell your husband how crazy you are because you done blew up about some hair. But she's done something emotionally scarring to you.
So,
And
would you
and I
say she should talk to her husband
no,
about it?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
she
she
should talk to her
definitely
husband
should talk to
about
him
it.
about
And
it,
I think
yeah.
that she needs to damn near silent treatment the mama, just to be like, you know, I'm not about to go crazy over you, but I respect, but you don't need to act like you're just gonna act normal
Okay.
and not own that you've done something
What
wrong.
about okay, giving her the silent treatment is kind of like
Yeah, it's not
she
gonna
gonna do
be
it
easy.
again if you let
No,
the
shit,
hair
the
go.
fucking
No,
hair,
because
yeah,
that's
yeah,
not
yeah,
gonna be
no
going
more,
down
bro.
there like
Yeah,
that.
no.
this
She's
year.
not getting the kids.
Yeah,
no
the
more.
hair's gone now, and that's what I said. Like, I'm not saying have a big blow up argument, but yeah, that's one thing it's about to do. You're not about to have my kids no more for the weekend. Well, we're not about to have an argument about it because we're not speaking about it. You
Yeah,
don't think
nah,
there's nothing wrong
that
with you
makes sense.
did, and so there's nothing wrong that what I'm doing by keeping them away from you because you don't know your boundaries. And that's what it's about to be. It ain't going to be no loud cussing out because you're wrong. And you can see her being able to flip that. Like, well, I was just, you know, it's easy for somebody to blow it off and be like, it's not a big deal. It's just hair. No, that's my child.
Well, she should have.
Right.
I mean, that's the thing I give the mother-in-law. Like you should have asked.
And if she try to blow that shit off,
You
I
shoulda
can feel my
asked.
blood boiling right now. You try to make light of that shit, nigga,
That
my
shit's
motherfucking
fucked
fist
up.
finna ball up, nigga. And
Arthur.
yeah, you finna have a story. Yeah, nigga. You finna have a story, all right. You finna have a story, all right, because you're not
What
finna
a
blow this shit
wonderful
up.
time today.
Right, right.
And play.
And if you was gonna apologize, it would have happened already. You know what I mean? Like her writing this letter just sounds like she
I mean,
just
but
is,
even an apology don't change. Like,
You're not
gonna
that's
be
not
around-
something that you can go back
No.
and just reverse.
As
You
far as
about
I'm
to just
concerned,
start
you
inviting her over
as-
to the house and like when she can be around the kids when you there. You know
No,
what I'm
as far as I'm
saying?
concerned, you
that's
done
it.
abused my kids. You done put scissors to their
Low-key,
head.
yeah.
You done put scissors to their temple, and you done put chemicals on my child, chemical warfare on my baby girl's head. You're not gonna be unmonitored around my kids no more.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, she got to deal with that too. And I feel like I said, it was just one of them things, like you said, like she was like, them boys need a haircut. You know what I mean? Like, man, her hair show is a little coarse.
And what can your
You know what
husband
I mean?
say about it? I'm not
But
saying
this
be
the thing,
disrespectful
though,
to him,
bro.
but what can he say about that?
I feel like that's something that happened. That's not like they came over and they needed a haircut. Like she been thinking.
was
planning
plotting.
So I got,
Right.
I got,
Yeah, she
I
been
got a
thinking
question.
that.
I got a question for D Hayes and G. So what if you the husband and your wife came and told you that? How would you handle that?
Mama, that,
Bro,
mama,
and
I'm-
honestly-
Mama, listen. You know I love you. And you know I got all the respect for you in the world. But that was very disrespectful. She's upset. I'm upset.
and don't you think it'd be a lot nicer just to be saying, "Mama," and she ain't talking to you right now,
Yeah,
and leave her alone.
yeah,
She
like,
ain't say
I'm
nothing
gonna
about
be
it, but
very
she
honest
don't.
with my mama.
Yeah,
Like,
she
mama,
ain't
you
talking to you right now.
you was out of pocket for that. Like you was way out of
Yeah.
you was way out your
Yeah.
lane with that.
And I honestly, if it was me, I would prefer to handle it. Like I would prefer to talk to my wife separately, talk to my mom
Yeah.
separately, and you know, what I'm saying, kind of like mediate, but without them together.
Yeah.
And
Like,
Sheila,
I don't
and
want
Sheila,
you
ma-
to feel
and Mama,
comfortable doing
Sheila
right
is
now.
mad as
Yeah.
hell. I'm just gonna
'Cause
let
I
you
don't
know
think
right
it's
now.
good for them
Like,
to be around each other right now.
Right.
I think as the husband, that's probably what he should do. Just like
You need to
talk
give her a
your
little
wife,
space.
Talk to your mama,
All right.
explain it's
So-
gonna be different coming from the son.
So,
too.
Krista, what if the husband blows it off when you talk to him?
Well,
about
he can blow it off all
Yeah,
you
you
want
can't
to.
do that.
You can blow it off all you want to. And honestly, I'm talking about the type of person I am. I don't even need him involved. My kids ain't going over there no more. So
Yeah.
we can do whatever. You can take them over there and visit while you visit your mama. You better not leave their ass over there because I'll be over there
if
picking
you
them
do,
up.
don't come here. Don't come back here without the kid. No,
Right,
thanks.
and I'm not telling you not to come back, but that is what it is. I don't need you to handle shit. You ain't got to handle nothing. I'm telling you how it's about to go down. And I ain't telling you not to be around your mama. I'm not telling your mama can't see the kids. I'm telling you how it's about to go down. They not saying over there for no amount of time that she can go get in some motherfucking mischief.
Right.
She can keep for an hour while I go run an errand real quick, or she can come with us. I'm not,
Right.
and once I get over, I'm not going to try to keep you out of it either, but you're sneaky. And so what I'm going to do is put that on the list now.
Right.
And I know I got to love you and I got to live with you, but no, you
we know somebody that would do something like
Yeah,
this.
I really do. And I would whoop her ass. That ain't my damn mama.
Okay.
Trying to be respectful to the person I love. But I'm like, that bitch had to go.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for writing in your letter, Sheila.
Ugh.
Please send an update
Blood
about this
pressure is
situation.
up
Yeah.
right
That
now.
shit is
No,
fucked
yeah,
up.
please send an update. Like, we really, really, really want to know what happens with you and your mother-in-law after the situation. But yeah, I feel like Crystal was, once again, like.
And black folks, on another note, we got to let this hair go. It's just hair, y'all. But I can just, this is so deep ingrained. I'm brainwashed, y'all.
it is
I ain't
just
afraid to
hair.
admit it.
It's just hair, but it's it's the principle of just like I really believe that it's not like the boys, they been here for a while and they need an edge up. Like, nah. She was like, they hair look crazy and she been thinking that, so it's like spiteful.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just what I think.
I-
Like,
It's
I could be
spiteful
wrong,
even just
but that's
because
what
she
I
didn't
think.
say something
I
first.
think
too.
I
Yeah.
think it's
Because why wouldn't you?
I think it's hair, but it's kind of like you don't take anybody's choice away from.
And the
what
fact
they
that you
wanna do
went
with their
there
hair.
and they popped up there, like, she didn't even like, I took him to get a haircut, like, gave you a heads up. Like, you popped up and found your kids like this.
Yeah.
Hell no!
Because even like,
You either crazy
go-
or
They ain't
you
even
see
looking
now.
like
Either way,
they
you ain't got
sell.
my
Cause now,
babies no
look,
more.
even if you get a haircut regularly as a young boy, when you go to the barber, you're not just gonna take somebody's kid to the barber. You're gonna be
Right.
like, oh, hey, like me and my son about to
Yeah,
go get a
that's
haircut.
true.
You want me to get your
That's
son?
Even
why
the
I
most
said-
neglected and poor
You know what I'm
child,
saying? Like, you
you
not
gonna
gonna
still
do
talk
that.
to their
That's why
mama
I said
first for
she-
you.
not gonna do that.
That's
Can I
why
go
she
get him
was
a haircut
most out
for
of
school?
line because she didn't call. She's most out of line because she didn't call nobody. She didn't see if it was okay. So
That's
it's kind of
why I
like
think it was spiteful.
yeah, it was.
She
spiteful.
didn't call for a reason.
Hopefully Sheila do got some sense. All jokes aside, hopefully you do got some sense, and Mama ought to be glad you do got some sense because she really do deserve her ass to be whooped. You just can't do it.
Yeah, and you're not
Yeah.
finna get
Alright,
a divorce.
so-
You ain't finna leave. Just take a
Nah,
breather,
yeah.
girl. Just take a breather, but for as long as you need to.
Yeah, it could be graduation. All right. Everybody else, if you would like us to read your letter on the show, please email IAMWpodcast@gmail.com. We'll be glad to read your letter on the show. And we're going to move over into our next segment, which is What's Poppin'.
Pop, 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 pop.
Give us a little beat, Cam.
What it be that, Cam? Bring the beat
Forgot
in.
about that.
It's all right. We tried something new, y'all. Hey, there you go. There you
Hey.
go. And we late on the cypher, but we got it going now. Ready, somebody get back in there now. Hey, okay. Give us a little Timberland to it.
Yes.
Ta, 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 ta. With that rock, 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 rock. And that clap, 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 clap. And you
Wait a minute. Wait.
I was getting a
Oh
hold.
my God!
Y'all don't judge me. I'm the glue that hold this cypher together. Ain't the right Cam.
All right, y'all. This week, in What's
Knock,
Poppin',
knock, knock, knock. Yeah.
we got a few things to cover, y'all. The first thing we're
Yeah.
gonna talk about is ASAP Rocky, who of course has recently been detained and imprisoned in Sweden. After a show, there were two young men that were following him. They was like slapping girls on the asses, being just really unruly, and they would not leave ASAP Rocky and his entourage, security and stuff alone. The security and ASAP Rocky was asking them to chill. The fellas would not stop. They would tell them to stop, get away. They weren't listening. Even at one point, one of the guys threw a pair of headphones at ASAP Rocky's bodyguard, right? The video made its way online, and ASAP Rocky ended up being detained in Sweden, where he still is being held right now. At least as far as I know, right now he's still there, all right? Now, a lot of people, of course, are like, doing the free ASAP Rocky. They doing the change.org petition because they saying that this is wrong imprisonment, he shouldn't be there. But then a lot of people are still upset about an interview that ASAP Rocky did with Time Out Magazine in 2015. And let me just refresh y'all's memory on what he said and people not caring because of this statement. So when he was interviewed by Time Out Magazine and asked about his feelings on rappers rapping about Black Lives Matter and the murder of Michael Brown in Ferguson, he responded with, "I did not sign up to be no political activist. I want to talk about my motherfucking lean, my best friend dying, the girls that come in and out of my life,
Yes,
the
a
jiggy
drink.
fashion that I wear, my new inspirations and drugs. I don't want to talk about no fucking Ferguson and shit because I don't live over there. I live in fucking Soho in Beverly Hills. I can't relate." So this sparked outrage, of course, of
Bro,
black
what the
people,
fuck?
and black people was pissed off. Black people was pissed off about that shit. Now, right now, basically, and then this is what the conversation is about to be. But there's two sides to kind of there's like.
He also had a
one-
little dark-skinned girls wearing red
Red
lipstick
lipstick, right.
comment.
Yeah, so he said nothing problematic things, So then you got one half the argument that is like free ASAP, sign the petition, this is not right, and then other people that are just like, yeah, but you don't need us though, right? Or like we can't relate, right? Like I'm not going to Sweden, nigga, so I can't relate to what you're going through, so fuck it. So what are y'all's thoughts on that whole? I know it was a lot, but
I feel like he made his comment, and I'm not surprised by people making those comments because I try to tell people all the time, like some of these rappers, they talking about certain stuff and they not really living it. They live the good life, they live all this, so they don't know what's going on. And then secondly, it's kind of like he in there, but at the same time, you're not riding along with trying to petition and all that stuff. because of him. You're doing it because it could happen to somebody else that's black. Not necessarily him, but they probably doing it to other black people out there. So that's why you're doing it. You're not really doing it
But
for
in
him.
the same breath, that's the reason why people don't want to support you, because ain't karma a bitch. You weren't worried about it when it was regarding somebody else, but now you want everybody to come forward and come say to you. And like you said, yeah, we are most likely going to help the black person that didn't say nothing about it when we got these receipts on you saying basically, I don't give a fuck about people. You're not even from Soho. You from fucking Brooklyn. Like, you just have been living that life since you were a rapper, which it doesn't matter. Those are years ago. I mean, I'm not going to. And I like A$AP Rocky's music, but I still don't think he's the smartest person in the world. And that was before those comments. I just think he's like, you know, he's just flighty. He's just in his mode of stardom or whatever. I mean, even that list of what, you know what I mean? Like, he tries to come off smart.
He said lean.
Yeah, I want to rap
I'm like,
about
what the
lean
fuck?
and my drug inspiration. We see you lost.
What y'all, exactly. I was just about to say that. The first thing you said, it was brought up drugs and lean and stuff like that. I mean, that shows y'all where his mindset is. So it really, to me, it's kind of like,
It was a situation where, like, I really feel like God just, like, really, like, he might have whatever views. He said things that are problematic, especially to his own people on numerous occasions at this point. And I really think this is one of the situations, whether how unfortunate that it might be, and it is unfortunate, that God is, like, he humbling that ass right now. Because
and I agree.
But at the same time, and understanding that and not agreeing with the statement that I just read a minute ago or what he said about black women years ago. But for what happened, and I saw the video, he should absolutely not be he should not be being in prison
as
right
far
now.
as like the thing with what happened in Sweden, I don't understand why celebrities be having bodyguards and they not the ones beating people up, bro.
Right. Why
like, if I have a bodyguard and I tell you this person harassing me, you go to jail for whooping his ass, bro. I'm gonna get you out. It's not gonna be me.
Here's the thing.
I don't understand that.
You got. I mean, you human at the end of the day. So like if somebody tests you, you may have a bodyguard, right? That's fine. But if somebody tests you, like, they get you hot, like, get you overboard, you gonna just, off reaction, do something.
Yeah,
period.
bodyguard, protect me from other people and protect me from myself, too.
That's the whole point of having a bodyguard,
if
bro.
I'm getting hyped up, tell me to calm my ass down. Like,
yeah, but the bodyguard can't protect you and stop you from getting on this nigga's ass because you hot. He can't do both.
Yeah,
he can't be fighting him and then stopping you from fighting him.
And the circumstances of him being in jail.
Yeah, but that's why he got more than one bodyguard, bro.
So the circumstances of him
being in jail are a little bit
but
different.
back to the whole thing, I really think it's karma, though. Like, it's full circle, bro. Like, the people that's trying to help you now was the same people that you was saying that.
And I agree with what he said. And in 2015, I
basically
actually agree with what he said. Yeah, there are rappers and, you know, people that are in different, that are in different categories that choose to be activists for whatever is going on in current. No, I do not think that's your responsibility. You are fucking arrogant as fuck for saying that out loud, though, being specific when there are people suffering. Like you said, Ferguson,
it was the extra,
while Ferguson's going on,
Yeah.
while this stuff's going on in Ferguson. So that's what's making karma come back to you. Like, why you got to be rude about it? Why do you have to be rude about it? You're not helping. Why mention it? You don't have to be activist.
You don't have to be an activist, but you ain't gotta say
you know
shit.
nothing about it.
He could just sit over there and shut the fuck up.
No,
he could
No,
have
if
did.
they ask you the question, all you have to say is, I don't know everything that's going on, so I choose not to speak about it.
Exactly. Perfect. You ready?
I think his comment
And these niggas
about,
got media training, bro. Like, why don't you know not to say dumb shit?
I think his reply of saying he's not an activist, I think he could have left it at that and left it alone, because that's basically saying I don't get into all that because
Because
like
that's
you said,
not my lane.
right, that's not my lane.
I'd rather
But when
focus on my music. Can we talk about my music? I got a video coming out next
But when
week.
he said all that other stuff, like you said, that's when it became disrespectful. And
Yeah.
it's kind of like now you got to expect for people to disrespect you now that you in a situation where you reaching out and you want help. And I mean, at the end of the day, he thinking about that shit while he in there. But I would also say this. That was in 2015. You know, people changed, so he could have changed over that time. You know what I'm saying? Like, over that time, he could have changed that next year and was like, damn, I said this shit. I was stupid. I was tripping. I was high. I was whatever. You know, I was going through some blah, blah, blah. We all fuck up. So with that being said, that's why I said you're not the people who are helping or trying to help him out. You're not really necessarily doing it because he A$AP Rocky. You're doing it for the other people.
What's happening to him is not right.
But it's no secret that A$AP Rocky is kind of an asshole. He doesn't. He's not like the most personable person. He's not like, you know what I mean. Like, he got a close click or whatever. But I mean, the fact that people aren't jumping to his aid is not super surprising. It doesn't mean it's right, though.
I think people ain't jumping to his aid also, too. And maybe I'm wrong. And y'all may be like, ooh, when I say this. But I think people ain't jumping to his aid, too. Because, I mean, I don't know a lot of people that fuck with him like that.
No,
Like,
yeah,
just
because
in
of the way
general.
he
I mean, but
is.
he do have
It-
he got
like,
a big
just in
fan
general.
base.
does, yeah.
I mean,
And
we
like,
got
at
a
the same
fan
time,
base,
like-
but I'm
music
saying
and fashion and stuff.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I'm saying a fan base that, once again, remember how I said he
Yeah,
not
I
an
was about to say
activist.
that too.
His fan base ain't
He
that
got
type.
a-
But
he got a lot of
kids,
crossover fame,
and a
bro,
lot of
like-
kids, yeah, and a lot of kids also don't give a fuck about anything problematic. That, you know,
Exactly. That's all
But
I'm
what,
saying.
but what I,
Which
what
is
I-
why he's like that.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that's still his peers.
But from what I've been told and what I've heard on numerous occasions, I've heard that Sweden is actually like pretty
He's
racially
fine
like
in
I've
Sweden.
heard they're like pretty like in general like a little bit racist there. Like,
Yeah,
I've
no,
heard-
they
I've
definitely
and then
heard
a lot of
they are in
stars are
Sweden,
saying
like,
they not gonna do shows in
yeah,
Sweden no
yeah.
more.
And there was a dude that was one of Charlamagne's homeboys that went over there and got into a fight with a bouncer like last year or whatever, and he ended up getting locked up in Sweden in Swedish prison. But he has said that like basically like he was like basically when you first get arrested in Sweden, what they do is they take you and they pretty much throw you in like solitary confinement. The room is really dirty. They don't give you nothing but like a t-shirt, some warm-up pants, a yoga mat. It's cold. It's dark. Nobody says anything to you. They give you water, and they leave you in there for like 2 or 3 days. And they like it might be 12 hours before you have any human contact. But then once you get into the actual prison, like it's like 10 times nicer than like
Yeah.
American prisons. Like it's like nice, or not nice, but it's like nicer than American prisons are
American prison is nice.
compared to other places. Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying they got TV video. I'm not saying. I mean, you're in there.
Okay, Chris.
I'm just saying though, it's not like you're living in a fucking cave, okay? So just
would
calm down
say that,
ASAP.
yeah.
You calm down ASAP. You hard. Go on, get in there and get you a little more raps to it.
All right.
So you can get back out here to your lean.
We stayed on him for a while, so we're gonna move over
And your
to another
drugs.
rapper that's kind of
Your inspirational drugs.
Another rapper's kind of on
I
the
can't believe you said
on the
that.
chopping block right now for some comments that he made. Jermaine Dupri pretty much said that you know God broke the mold after the brat with female hip hop, and nowadays all women talk about is sex. You know what I mean? And so basically just discrediting females and hip hop right now. Of course, a lot of people had things to say. Cardi B had a response. I believe Nicki Minaj made a response.
I
Like
didn't mind
people
Cardi
been-
B's response either.
Yeah.
What did she do? Do
She
we have
basically
what
said
she
when I
said?
did Be Careful With Me, y'all didn't want to hear all my feelings. When I started rapping my pussy again, I got back to #1. Even though Be
Right.
Careful With Me was good.
Be careful. I
But-
like that song.
Me too.
Yeah, I like the song.
But
Yeah, okay,
at-
but she was just
what
making an
she what
example,
she
basically.
said
She
was
said
real,
if I'm not mad because I totally somebody
like, so I'm trying to make
somebody
money.
responded to her video and said blah blah blah. You just mad because of what Jermaine Dupri said, and so she said I'm not mad because I totally get it. But my thing is people are not supporting these females if they're not talking provocative. There's mad females that can rap their ass off and they don't get as much recognition because they don't talk about sex and shit.
That's true.
So
I
yeah.
mean, I see it. To be honest, I just see it as the wave. It's just like
It
male
is. No, it
hip hop. When everybody talking about drugs, money, and all this stuff, that's what all males be doing coming out. When we could use, I don't know who started it. Who started the all that. When that came out, most of the rappers who came out after that
Yeah,
was
but
doing
I
it.
think,
So
like,
it's kind of like
The
it's
thing-
just a trend.
The thing that JD where he fucks up is he like you a music executive, bro. That's like your job.
Right.
Like he has TV shows trying to find hip hop artists that's like going against that. You know what I'm saying? And if you can find that in men, you should be able to find it in women because it's there. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Whatever type of music you like is out there, and you choose to listen to what you like.
And
Right.
plus, there's no
You
way
know
to
what
say
I'm
it's not shady because
Maybe-
I love the Brat too. But come on, I think a couple more female
First of all,
good rappers
okay,
came out after
let's
the
say
Brat.
that.
The
First of
Jermaine
all, the
Dupri.
Brett talked about sex too, because in that Tyrese.
yeah, no.
What do you want? Me
Whole lot
on
of
top,
foreplay.
something like that. Yeah.
And
That
it was
song.
more
I
about
remember
talking
the first
about.
time I ever saw the Brad was so funkified.
She was right on that line before the acceptance was made. She was.
And I remember.
But now she would be a whole different rapper though. You think about it, she'd probably be a whole different rapper now. And at the end of the day, it don't matter. What's her name? Kim was fully gapped open. Okay, that's all Kim talked about with sex. What's her name?
And now it's more acceptable for women to talk about sex. Back then, you would get looked at like crazy.
Right.
Now,
Okay,
like, cause
well-
think about it. Lil' Kim, when she first came out with all that, people was like, "Wait a minute."
And it's okay, right? And her song, and Kim and Trina, their songs they do just about regular life, they didn't do as well as their songs they did about sex.
Right.
So that's not like that was a blanket statement to make. And actually, females don't need to hear none of that. Okay, they out here trying to get money doing the same corrupt shit y'all doing. Okay.
Exactly.
I mean, I really just feel like
Everybody trying to get a piece of
Same
pie.
shit.
I agree with what you said 100%, G, and I also feel like, I mean, at this point, because he is a music exec and he's been in the business so long, I almost feel like he's just looking for some goddamn attention.
I
at
was
this
gonna
point.
say that.
Like,
I was gonna
just-
say, do y'all
that
think
just
it's because he
seems
ain't
so-
really got nothing
Probably.
hot? He ain't got nothing hot out. Like he ain't got
And he
nobody.
could though. Ain't nobody down there. Jermaine Dupri is very talented. You know what I
Very.
mean?
I
Like,
mean, but when
Yeah,
you
But
listen.
So Def ain't been popping for
That's
years.
what I'm saying. If you really look about it, it's like, okay, what if somebody said that, you know what I'm saying, your fame was just based off kid
rappers that
rappers.
you wrote for.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, Jermaine Dupri, you heard it here first on Man World Podcast. Give us the artist then. Give us the artist that's the exact recipe of not too much sex. We still want to hear a little bit now.
Missy talked about sex.
Everybody
Everybody
talks about
does.
sex.
Everybody does. Yeah.
Even the males. That's what I'm saying.
No, yeah.
Rap is about drugs, money,
Pussy, money,
sex,
weed.
life.
Lil Wayne said it.
like
Yeah. All right.
And in the same breath, like you said, you could say, well, male females only talk about violence and, being derogatory towards
That's what I'm
women.
saying.
What's better? A woman having sexual freedom or a nigga talking about he ready to beat a bitch ass and sip some lean?
right.
Thanks, Jermaine Dupri. I think I'll take the pussy popping
Right.
for
What,
$500.
what was you when Rick Ross said he was gonna put a pill
Thank
in
you.
somebody's cup?
She ain't know.
Right.
All right, y'all. We're gonna move over to something that's a little.
She didn't even know.
It's not a hip hop. It's not hip hop
even
related,
know
but this is the fool.
It's the fool.
Yeah,
She
okay.
didn't
So
know
the
it.
headline is couple files lawsuit against fertility clinic after being implanted with the wrong embryos. A New York couple has filed a lawsuit against a fertility clinic claiming to have been impregnated with the wrong babies. The unidentified couple paid more than $100,000 to CHA Fertility Clinic for 2 female twins, but instead they gave birth to 2 male babies.
Black
after the
ones.
clinic returned after the clinic
Tight.
performed the in vitro fertilization, the couple alleged that the clinic knew about the embryo mix-up but concealed the mistake. It wasn't until March that the couple, who is of Asian descent, was shocked to find that neither of their babies was of Asian descent at birth. So basically, they just was somebody's surrogate.
Just
It
threw a
wasn't
little
even,
something in
yeah.
there.
What?
Threw something in the pot and let them
Just
have
threw
what they
something in there,
had.
a little this,
Yeah,
little
they
that.
need the
Yeah.
doctor
So
gonna
they
have
had
to
two,
pay
like,
up,
what,
bro.
white babies? 2 white
I
boys?
don't know. They didn't even say. They just said they weren't Asian.
They gonna have to
descent.
pay up.
It's amazing.
Because what do you do
technology
with
can
those?
that.
What you gonna do with those kids now?
You
You know
know,
what I'm
you
saying?
gotta
Like, I'm
keep the
being-
kids, bro. You
Yeah,
gotta
but
keep
like-
the kids.
They can
bro.
find out whose embryos they supposed to be and give it to those people.
What if they don't want them?
But
Well,
I don't
mean,
want
why
two.
they have-
I don't want 2 white babies, bro.
And I done had them.
Come on, G. Why would you say that?
Because I'm black and I want black babies.
If your wife
I
just
mean, ain't
came
nothing
out,
wrong with
if
having
y'all
black
went-
babies, but you ain't got to say it.
Okay,
like
I'm
that.
not
I'm just
yeah.
saying, like, I'm sure they wanted 2 Asian babies, bro. They don't want 2 whatever babies that's not Asian.
And she done carried
There's nothing
her
wrong with
babies.
that.
She
No,
done
it's not. It's
carried
just
her.
what you said.
But that's what I'm saying. She carried the baby, so why? I mean, she would want them.
Yeah, and people's problem is not even. I just think people go through different motions for how they even if you can't have kids, you still have to get yourself in a certain mindset to maybe be a type of person that would adopt. You know what I mean? Everybody can't wrap their mind around that. Like, these processes of getting pregnant are very invasive. They're very painful. They take a lot of time.
Yeah.
They take a lot of, people go in there not knowing if they're gonna have 4 babies or 1 baby. You know what I
and
mean?
that
A lot
shit
of
is
times
like-
they
it's-
have,
that shit goes years of, like,
years and years
years
and
of
years.
shit
And
that
some
you gotta
people it
go
happens
through.
quickly. Some people have gone through this experience, like you said, for years and years and years. So it's not even a fact of, I think, giving the baby back. It's that I have gone through, and it's extremely expensive. It's
Yes.
extremely
That-
expensive.
no, the
so you
doctors
go
gotta
through all
pay
these
up.
motions for what it is. And if I'm not mistaken, aren't they like with even Kim Kardashian's surrogate, they're like fertilizing her egg with his sperm and then putting it in somebody,
Yeah.
aren't
Yeah.
they? Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's how these kids are still coming out looking like her. So
Right.
like you said, you're still having a psychological mindset that you are, first of all, maybe not carrying your own baby, maybe the process that you've gone to, but that you're getting a biological child that is yours in
Right.
in one way or another.
Right.
So it's just fucked up. It's
No,
fucked
it is
up. It's
fucked
not
up,
that,
yeah.
no, it's not that you're looking at a baby like, I don't want this baby, but fuck, I paid all this money to get
have my
a
children.
right, to
my-
get a
this is
baby,
not my-
build a baby.
Yeah,
okay?
I mean,
This
it's
ain't
her
it.
baby, but it ain't her baby.
And like you
Right.
said, you done
It's
carried them
somebody's
this whole
child.
time. You done felt them, and you come
And
out.
twins, and come on, bro.
And that's what
Like,
sucks too, because you just had the
that's
baby.
OD.
You done looked at this baby one time and be like, "This nigga ain't Asian." Now that's fucked
Oh,
up. That
so
baby,
now-
yeah.
I mean, do y'all? So was the mix
Ooh, what if
up?
they would have came out real black?
So here's the thing, though. You right. So
Would've kept the little
she ain't
basketball
gotta keep
stars.
the kids because if they wasn't Asian at all, that means if her and her husband was Asian and the babies didn't come out Asian at all, that means that's
They're
somebody
not her
else's
babies.
kids.
That's
Right.
somebody else's baby.
No,
So
it
you're
is.
right. I didn't understand that.
Okay,
that's-
so
the
there-
only thing I'm saying, only thing I'm really saying is like I don't disagree with none of y'all saying. What I'm saying is that like these 2 babies that did not ask to be here are not here, so we can't just be like, well, throw them in the
Right.
system.
No,
No,
that-
I'm not
they-
saying that.
they-
I'm not
No,
saying
and
that.
what sucks
they had
about it?
somebody else's kids, so that
Right.
No,
means
listen, and that's what sucks about it because what
Somebody
you're about
else
to
was
say.
trying to have the kids anyway, so they're gonna.
Was
They
trying to
can
have
give it to
kids.
them.
No, but that's what the thing is. It's not even like they might not even gotten pregnant. Those embryos of hers could still be in the shop. They should still be. They could still be waiting to put in somebody. Like
No,
it
but
might
what-
not even been that they put eggs in her and then they put eggs,
No,
her
no, no,
eggs
no,
in
no.
somebody
I'm
else.
saying-
like the baby's grown. Them babies could be back at the lab
Right.
waiting to be in somebody to grow into babies.
her babies.
Her
yeah,
babies.
but I'm saying somebody else's babies was put somewhere else. So the babies were still born. So whoever baby those is, they need to give
Well,
it to
I'm
them.
keeping
You can't do no backdoor
But
pregnancies
how
like
the fuck
that.
you just
though.
how the fuck you just gonna, me and my wife, we did our little embryo thing, but we waiting 5 years and 2 months later, you just gonna pop up with twins.
But not even that.
I mean,
she
shit, we
carried
don't
the
know.
kids. She done carry the kids. So if the kids are here, that means we find out who these embryos really belong to. They done got some fresh babies I done held and had.
No,
Y'all
I
done
thought-
found my little Asian babies.
And now you
put
gotta
them in
go
me,
through
and now
that
I
shit
gotta sit here
again.
again.
No, I thought
True.
so.
Should've gotta go through
The mom carries the baby when they do that. I thought
Yes.
somebody else
No,
carries
well,
the
that's
baby.
a
She's not
surrogate.
that
That's
you
a
think about
surrogate.
surrogacy.
Surrogate,
Yeah.
No, so I brought up Kim Kardashian saying her kids still look like her because they're using her eggs and Kanye's sperm still. But I'm saying like with what they're doing with this in vitro process, they're just having to, sometimes they have to freeze your eggs and preserve them until, you know what I mean, until they can get your body right to be, and then they put your egg back in and then insert it either with sperm from somebody else. You know, a lot of times women do it, you know what I mean, because there's maybe not a sperm involved, so they might get a sperm donor. But in this case, it sounds like it's a husband and a man, and they just implanted the wrong freaking
Yeah, that's
shit
what it
in
was.
there.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So she
Yeah,
done had somebody.
the doctor's gonna have to pay you a point blank.
But it's
period.
all
Yeah,
lab work.
they
Like
need
these
to-
are
they need
they're-
to own the place.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bad term saying test tube baby, but these babies are preserved in a lab until they're put into this incubation system. You know what I
Right.
mean? That's where all that technology is going. Probably is to be able to have that baby outside of a womb. Period. Have like a basically like a plastic womb, an outside womb, so the mom might even have nothing to do with it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
But in
Still
this but in this case, the eggs are being preserved. These things that are needed to be preserved, and they're put in once they prep the woman's body to be able to carry.
That's crazy.
Right. All right, y'all. We got one more story we could read, or we
That's
can move on.
fucked
You think
up.
we've been going a long time?
Yeah, let's go to the next thing.
Go to the next story or to the next segment?
Next segment.
All right, y'all. That's all for what's popping this week, and now we're gonna move over to our next segment where we always recognize a very beautiful woman, and that is our Dime of the Week segment.
I'm looking for a dime. That's top of the line. Cute face, slim waist with a big behind. I need a dime. That's top of the line. Cute face, slim waist with a big behind.
All right, you all. This week, our Dime of the Week is the very talented, very anointed Fantasia Barrera.
All right.
All right. Now, Fantasia, a lot of us came to know Fantasia in 2003 when she became the 2004 when she became the winner of season 3 of American Idol. All right. Fantasia been out here singing niggas under whatever pew,
Ever
stadium
since.
seat
Tables,
ever since. All right.
bridges.
She don't do it she don't do it with no shoes on her feet.
Nothing.
Fantasia and
She kicks
Fantasia
the shoes off.
It don't matter what Fantasia's singing. She catch the Holy Ghost every
Every time.
single
Yes.
time.
Every time.
Every time.
Back that
She got
ass
a
up.
story.
Holy Ghost.
Yeah, she really does. And
Yeah.
Fantasia really is honestly and truly one of the greatest voices of this generation.
No, she really is, and
Yeah,
she
I
really.
agree.
And even
Yeah.
even today, when we're looking for, we were just like trying to narrow it down. It's just like she comes up, she shows a face, she family. You know what I
Right.
mean? We know so much about Fantasia throughout
Right.
the years, and she walked in this room right now. You want to give her a hug and grab her a mic.
Right.
Like, girl, tell us how you been doing. Shoot the shit. Yeah.
Come in and talk to y'all about it.
Right. Kick your shoes off, girl. That hair finna be.
Oh, them shoes ain't gonna be on.
She
yeah.
always said, like, when
That
she
she-
talking, she seemed very reserved. But
Nah,
when she
yeah.
starts singing,
Honey.
it ain't
Man,
nothing
she
reserved
goes
about that
nothing.
voice.
Them
Yeah.
shoes gonna be off and that hair gonna be laid.
And this girl, no,
Fantasia
she gonna
stay.
sweat it out.
Yeah.
She gonna
Yeah.
sweat it
Whatever
out.
hair she got,
She
she's
don't-
sweating it out.
Listen,
'Cause
she don't
giving
care
it all.
about how you think she looked when she's singing.
Yeah.
Fantasia can sing her ass off.
And it
Yeah.
just ain't nothing wrong with her. She ain't just done nothing to nobody in just ever.
And on she looking good.
Yeah, she's
She
she's
looking-
definitely
She
looking
looking
good.
real good
Yeah.
right now.
She looking
like,
scrumptious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she looks beautiful. She does.
Nah, she really does. She's remarried. I think she had a son about maybe a year, 2 years ago. She looking real good though. You know what I mean? She's
Yeah,
looking good. She's got a new album coming out soon. I know she's gonna feature Jasmine Sullivan and Brandy on the song.
Oh yeah,
on
I
the
did hear
album.
about that coming up.
That's
yeah,
gonna be good.
Yeah.
And that is
So, I look forward to, and I like her. She has a single out right now, actually called Enough. She performed on the BET Awards.
Get Melanie
It
Fiona
just
on
sound
it
like
too.
some
Where
good.
she at?
What happened to her?
Man, we
All
have
right,
to do a
we
little
might-
milk
we might
carton,
come
right?
out.
Yeah.
Melly, I
Let's
used to
try to
rock
get
with Melanie
yeah. Let's try to
Fiona.
gather some facts.
Yeah.
And it kills me. Ooh, that came
Yeah,
right
that was good.
Where you at, Fifi? I gotta pull over, girl.
I hate that song.
You tripping. You tripping hard, nigga. I'm tell you that right now. And the other one she had with
So
Celia.
much I wanna you. That song. Yeah, I didn't
Ooh,
like that
that's
song.
jam.
at
And the
all.
other one she
Nah,
had
she
with
was-
CeeLo
she was
Green.
good. I
Oh
can't
my
remember the
God.
songs.
Is that how it goes?
with CeeLo Green.
Yeah, she had a song with CeeLo Green.
I'm trying to remember. I don't remember it. Oh, yeah, that song did jam.
I need to hear
That
it.
song
I
did
know-
jam. No,
it's called Bodies, I
Yeah,
think.
Yeah.
cause you the man.
no, that song did jam. No, yeah.
Money's other.
Let me tell you, but it was like that. It kills me song, and then that refill. I want to run into.
Refill wasn't her.
That was,
I know who it was. I'm saying the
That was L.
song.
Bonner. You should say Ella May.
There's been a few songs that every time I heard them, I was
She's
running
like Ella
the oncoming traffic, and Ella May got the other song like that boot up.
You
But
better
Ella
refill.
May album is good though.
It's cool, yeah. Like
He don't like it.
no. I like Ella May
He don't
though. I
like
like
it.
Ella May, and I really like her song Trip.
But we
You know
really
what I
on
mean?
Fantasia though.
Yeah, we
Okay,
are.
yeah.
We sure are.
You so right.
No, but Fantasia really is. She really is like one of the best voices of our generation. There's not a lot
I
of
said put her on it.
not many people that could
Make
not
a
many people that
quartet.
could outsing or even hang or sing on the same stage with Fantasia. I wouldn't.
No, and that's for real. Like they be doing those. I mean, they be doing those. What's called like for your birthday.
Those
'cause
tributes?
Yeah, that's not even tribute. I'm talking about they're just memes like what's your birthday? They do the rappers or they do like the singers like
Yeah.
who would your birthday represent? And Fantasia, you're not finna go wrong. It ain't too
Oh,
many
no,
people that you're gonna
really.
put on stage that you're gonna be like, oh, she finna beat Fantasia.
But did
she
y'all-
at least gonna be neck and neck.
Yeah, and
Who,
Fantasia
Kiki? Who gonna get a
That's the
Kiki?
thing. Fantasia gonna leave it out there more than anybody.
Anybody.
else.
Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah.
I think that's why they
And that's what they
always
got
use
prepared
her
for.
when
Your
they are
turn.
doing tributes.
All right.
That's what you're
That's
getting.
why they always use her when they doing tributes to the legends and stuff like that. She always one of the singers.
Because
Always.
people,
Fantasia,
especially if they still,
Lettucey, Kiki
especially if they still
Wyatt.
living,
Yeah.
like people want you to see you up there feeling they song.
Yeah, I want you
and
to
not
give it all you
butchering
got.
it, and not butchering
Yeah.
it.
They
They
gonna
want to be up there. Okay.
Yeah.
And
That
they don't
sound
need,
good.
they don't
Yeah.
necessarily need you to sing it like them.
And
they
not
just
their
want you to
rendition.
sing.
They
Yeah.
really don't even like their
Yeah,
rendition all the
they
time.
want- they just want you
Patty
to
don't like no
sing.
Patty like your version.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Fantasia, you deserve all the accolades. I can't wait to this new CD though. I look forward to
yeah.
it. Like
Yeah.
Fantasia puts out really good music too. I think that's kind of the difference between her and a lot of other.
And it's
women.
independent.
Yeah, it's independent. But her and a lot of other female artists that sing R&B, specifically R&B, the difference is that a lot of artists have really great voices, but Fantasia has a great voice and makes great
Yeah,
music. You know,
and
that's not no slight to nobody else, but she
No,
has
it's
both
not.
of them. So
And we want something to listen to when we get older too. You know what I mean? Like I
Right.
mean, I'm finna eat these words probably for the next segment, but at the end of the day, you know, it's just like who we supposed to go see? Chris Brown slide across stage?
right.
I mean, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do
How
it.
about this?
I'm gonna do it.
By the time we getting older, he ain't gonna be sliding.
Now he'll
I mean,
sing still though.
'cause
He'll
we
still
was
put
at
up.
the, we was at the skate ring. Running came on, and I was feeling that shit. That
Yeah,
was hard.
I didn't say the class
Listen.
lingo jam, but is he gonna be up there running at 60?
Yeah.
Nah, he can't do all that.
And he can't be doing "Take You Down" when he like you
He-
know.
he
like,
No,
definitely
he gonna
ain't-
be singing it. He just ain't gonna be
Yeah, he gonna be-
performing.
yeah.
He ain't gonna be taking nothing down.
It
Yeah,
ain't
he
the
just gonna be
first
singing-
time. All right.
Well, he
Some
gonna
people
have to remix because they ain't talking about being like young in that
Yeah.
song.
Take you down.
How do you
Yeah,
think
right.
it can be 16?
Right. 60.
Time
It's
stamp,
gonna be
right,
60.
right. The time stamp is- And people don't be thinking, I ain't gonna name no names, that's my boo. But some people be thinking out there, they don't be thinking they as tight as they look. But you be thinking them slides ain't as nimble, they need a little oil. They need a little Earl.
Oh yeah, he
Around
yeah.
them knees.
Yeah.
But
All right,
I
y'all.
wish you will say.
Fuck
That's
around
all
and
for our dominant week
tear
segment this week.
ACL.
Shout out to Fantasia.
Fantasia.
Shout out to Fantasia. She's our dominant of the week. And we're going to move over into our next segment, y'all. Our number one favorite game.
Our number one favorite game.
One's got to go.
One's gotta go.
This week on One's Got to Go, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all right now, it's rude. It's difficult.
it's hard.
It's
Go
not
on,
easy
get your
at
traffic
all.
and see what car you like.
Yeah.
Right.
This is not going to be easy
Make sure you
by
get
any
hit by a
means.
luxury car.
Look at doing Uber Black. Okay.
These are three genres of music that it really is like I need all three of them. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be difficult. I definitely need one of them, but I need all three of them. All right. So the three genres are
Trying to get
one
good
of
with
these.
the Lord now.
One of these genres. One of these genres must go: R&B, gospel, or hip hop. One of these genres must go: R&B, gospel, and hip hop. I don't know what I'm getting used to. One I was raised on. Two I was raised on. One I grew into now, and it's what I listen to the most. So.
Okay, since we need a little time to bullshit real quick. On the Apollo, in order, what is the least likely to get booed out of the three? Least likely to get booed.
Gospel ain't
Second
getting
likely.
booed.
Second likely.
R&B,
R&B.
yeah.
And you better not get up there rapping on Apollo. None of your shit.
You definitely getting booed.
None of your shit.
They don't want to hear that shit. They don't know the words to.
they
Now,
don't.
okay, let's
It's an
just
Apollo. You can't come doing your own mixtape,
No,
nigga.
If you get rid
No,
of-
you cannot.
If you get rid of gospel, you got to get rid of Tamla Mann will be gone. Yolanda Adams, Kirk Franklin, Donnie McClurkin, all that will be gone. If you get rid of R&B, you got to get rid of Erykah Badu, D'Angelo, Maxwell. You got to get rid of Ty Dolla $ign. Damn near. You got to get rid of Usher. You got to get rid of Chris Brown. There's a lot of the list goes on and on. If you get rid of hip hop, you gotta get rid of everything. Big Sean,
Everybody.
Jay-Z, Kanye West, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar.
Biggie, Tupac.
Everybody got to go.
Bro,
Biggie,
this is one of the
Tupac.
hardest ones we've ever done. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie.
This is a stupid idea. Is what it is.
Yeah, this wasn't the hardest one.
That's really what it is.
It's a stupid idea.
It'd be so exciting
Very.
at the table when it's a good idea. Then you get here, you're like, whose fucked up shit was this?
Yeah, who brought this shit up? Because I wasn't there.
I don't know who did that.
I'll take the G-Wagon in red. Just take me, Lord. No, I leave the grill. Leave the grill marks.
This is so hard. Yeah, I don't know.
I think I know.
Do y'all want a
But
1, 2, 3?
Yeah, I guess. Cause
No, you go first because
Hell
I need
Hell
to
no.
hear. I
want
need
a
to
1,
hear
2,
some.
3.
No, you can't.
Explanations.
Y'all not about
No.
to butcher me.
No, I don't know. So I need to.
Let's talk about real quick the levels in a relationship. Let's talk about when you first break up and you pissed off and you got to throw on that Biggie.
R&B.
You got to throw on that Biggie, and then that next week go by and you like, oh God, there really was some good things. And so you throw in that R&B, you start trying to reminisce. Now, actually, I think the R&B comes first. I think it's sad first.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and then you start,
You gotta
yeah.
hear little Omarion spinning in the rain.
Right.
And then the
Brian
next week,
McKnight.
you
Brian McKnight, One Last Cry.
That next week, you gotta get hard on. You be like, no, nigga, no, this nigga didn't
Fuck
do
these
shit.
bitches.
Yeah, fuck these bitches.
I don't
Get this
fuck
money.
with
Get
you.
this ass. And that last week, Lord, when you fall apart, you're like, Lord, let me get to church. Let me just go. Come on, Kurt.
I
Let me just
need
hear
you
you
now.
and ask you for your guys.
GP, are you with me? Yeah.
Today. You trying to hit that? It is me. You know what? Let's go to
You need
That's
to
when
get
you
worship.
be. That's when you be. That's when you be in the car on the way to work. You turn that gospel music. You just start crying, have a full breakdown in the car. Have you ever had that? You be in the car, have a full breakdown.
Hey, you look over, and they looking at you like,
Yeah.
what the fuck wrong with you? You just over there just
I
tears
get
falling.
on my knees. Right.
That sunrise and them sun drops be coming down a little too good on your shit. You see a formation of birds perfectly going across the rainbow. You be like, thank you, Lord. Thank you. Lord, know what I need today.
Until I get on my feet.
Yeah, get on my feet. Give me a rainbow till I get on my feet, Lord.
Okay. I
You
think
need every one of them.
No, you need all of them.
No, all three of these you need. Can I? Okay, I don't know what I'm getting rid of yet. I'm gonna say why I love all three of them, and I think I'm just trying to buy everybody some time. R&B, gospel and R&B, I was definitely raised on. Definitely, gospel was the first music that I heard in abundance, but I also grew up on lots of R&B all the way. I'm talking about from the damn, 50s all the way to
And that's
I
what sucks
still
too, 'cause
listen to
rap
R&B.
hasn't been around as
And
long.
I learned. I
There's
think
so
it-
much you gotta get rid
rap
of.
was like the first music that I chose to listen
Yeah,
to.
no,
and it really
absolutely.
is the music of our generation. Like them
Okay,
other two
but
came so much before. You
Think
know what
about
I mean?
how
Like-
much more you have to get
Or
rid
not
of.
even
'cause
our
they-
generation,
just
but
because
right
the
before us.
other genres that have been here forever.
Right,
You know what I mean?
Right.
No more wading the water. They weren't gonna be able to get through that water.
Yeah, see, I grew up on gospel. Like, that's all my parents listened to.
Yeah.
And then, like, after that was, like, I chose to listen to rap. And then as I got older, I was like, okay, I'll be hearing this R&B, but that's not really my thing. But now, I love that shit. Like,
Yeah, I mean, that's where I learned I mean, both of them taught me how to sing, like legit. You know what I'm saying? I can sing in church and I can sing some R&B.
yeah,
and the Lord
the
know
best,
my heart too. But there is some gospel that's got out of control too. Like I don't like the overly rappy gospel. I don't like
gospel rap.
I don't like that. I don't know it's not a gospel song until a minute and a half in the show. But I'm like, oh Lord, they ain't said ass, but they because it's so R&B. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And even sometimes gospel, I don't like too much hollering too early. You know what I mean? Like
You
I like
gotta
to
let it
ease
build.
into
There
it. Yeah,
goes
you gotta
Tamla
let it build.
build.
Because Tamla Man gonna let it build.
She
But
gonna let it
Tamla
build.
Man,
You gotta let it build.
Yolanda Adams, Tamla Man, Dolly
got to let it build.
McClurkin,
They
they
all
finna
gonna let
take
it
you
build.
out. Yeah.
On
BB
my
and
end,
CeCe Winans, woo. When I was growing up, BB and CeCe was like Jay-Z and Beyonce.
It was like
the house,
Christmas
man.
album?
Right.
Yeah. And they would have to go also if you get rid of gospel.
Bell, jingle.
Let's count it. Let's do 1, 2, 3.
No,
I'm ready.
you are too G.
No, I'm not. So why won't you just go first?
All right, I'll go first. I ain't tripping. Why y'all lean in?
Because I want to know what you
Damn.
got. I want to know how you finna swing this.
I'm not even gonna lie. I think that I would get rid of R&B.
Damn,
I
I
gotta
feel
get
like
rid
you
of-
punched me in my face.
I gotta get rid of R&B. The only reason why
I
I
mean,
gotta
all the
get-
music I ever wrote, all the shit,
I
all the
know.
shit I wrote for y'all niggas, you gonna just throw it away?
But
You
listen,
did ass this weekend. We keep that.
Right.
You got a 100 on ass, but we know you can rap.
this is why though. This is
you
why
got
I
it in
get
ya.
rid of R&B because I feel that one, hip hop, that's like I started
Frankie
on hip
Beverly
hop,
Mays is gone.
but I started on hip hop.
I'm not telling where you start. I'm just
started
trying to.
on
I'm just
hip-hop.
reminding you of things
tell
you
me
ain't
where
gonna
you
have no
started.
more. You ain't gonna
I'm
have
telling you
no
what you know.
That's
Aaliyah.
fine.
TLC
Let
never
me
happened.
let me explain myself.
Carl
and
Thomas
you get to
never
explain
happened.
yourself when you choose.
I'm just giving you aspects.
It ain't like I want to get rid of
I
this
heard a
shit.
good old man saying, and a comedian says, we were talking about, I can't if I called out Small. How you doing? I can't call if I called out Small. She gonna be the best old man.
Ain't nothing but hit dog hollering.
Ain't nobody dog hollering.
All right.
But I think it's because and I can't get rid of gospel because I feel like getting in the spirit of gospel, you don't do that in R&B. Like
Yeah,
I feel
facts.
I
That's
feel a whole
facts.
different feeling, you know what I'm saying, when I listen to gospel than I do R&B.
Yeah.
So and gospel is kind of like you still get a love song, it's just love for God. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And honestly, yeah, that's more important than all that other shit.
Yeah. Money,
So-
clothes,
Bumping and
clothes,
grinding.
hoes.
Yeah, so I just feel like I need that.
Dang,
And
we gotta
then
get rid of Bump and
with
Grind.
rap, you still get that excitement.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So that's why. I feel like I get the best of both worlds.
I feel like whatever I choose, I'm gonna choose something different tomorrow.
Right.
I know.
I mean, it ain't easy. I really didn't want to get rid of
Do
R&B.
y'all want a 1, 2, 3?
Nah, hell nah. Y'all can't make me go in there 1, 2, 3.
I asked the 1, 3
We
a long
ready
time
now.
ago.
Hell no. Go, D Hayes.
Let's go. 1.
No, you go, D.
Yeah.
Hayes, if you ready.
No, I am
Yeah,
ready.
yeah, you ready.
Yeah, go ahead.
You go.
I have to get rid of hip hop. I don't want to. That's what I
I knew
work.
you'd do that, and that's a gut
Yeah,
wrench, too.
but
Yeah,
that's
it's- no.
I'm okay with
I
you
feel
getting
like,
rid of it,
yeah.
too.
That's easy for you.
No, no. That's not true. It's not easy for me. That's what I work out to, and I spend a lot of time working. That's what I work out to. That's what I listen to in the car. Like, no. That's what I was kind of trying to say earlier. R&B and gospel raised me. You know what I'm saying? Like specifically gospel, but R&B also. You know, like they raised me. Like that's where I learned how to sing. Where I saw some of the best singers in person I've ever seen in my life was at church or like R&B music. At the same time, now that I'm older, like I started listening to hip hop real heavy when I was like in like early college, and then that started being like, well, I actually listen to hip hop the most currently. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the other two what they done like developmentally, and like this is my roots. So I don't want to, but yeah,
All
hip
right,
hop
I'm
gotta
about
go.
to go. I'm gonna get rid of hip hop
Damn, I'm
I'm
surprised.
surprised.
I wouldn't-
too.
Yeah,
because
I wouldn't
like
against it.
number one, I can't get rid of gospel. Like I just
Yeah,
can't.
that ain't going
Like I
nowhere,
can't.
yeah.
And I also on top of that, like I was raised on gospel,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like the best singers all came from the gospel genre.
Yeah.
Like anybody who really got gold, they sang gospel. at
Or
one
learned
point.
how to sing in church. Yeah,
Yeah, like and like Hart was saying, when you, it's a different feeling. Like you could go see somebody live and you be like, damn, that song was emotional.
Right.
But like if you listen to it in your car, you don't get that feeling. But in gospel, you can get
You
that
get that
feeling
feeling
over and over and over
again.
and over
That
and
is
over.
true.
So it's like that anointment that come with gospel. I can't get rid of it. And then
Yeah.
I'm getting rid of hip hop just because like right now, only today, I feel like I'm in the R&B mood. I'm in the more mood where I just want to hear somebody singing.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm getting rid of it. But probably next week I get rid of R&B.
yeah.
So for now I'm getting rid of
I
hip-hop.
really didn't want to even do this shit.
Yeah, no,
I know
this
which
is like
you
one of
get
the
rid
hardest
but I
ones.
know it's not easy for you neither because I just thought I'll tell you what I
Yeah.
thought in a minute. Yeah, but
Yeah, I'm getting rid of R&B too.
Yeah, I figured you-
And even though I set that up at the beginning, I really, and I know the only reason I said that because I'm not. I mean, I'm a happy person, but I'm not really an emotional person.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
so I literally either need a gun or I need God. And when I'm feeling emotional, I'm ready to whoop some ass, or I'm not. I mean, verbally.
praise his name.
Yeah,
Right.
or praise his
Right.
name.
Rest
and
in
just
his holy
right,
light.
Right,
Yeah.
or let him use me.
Right.
And so that, but to me, like the R&B, like you said, all three definitely raised me. And I know your dad listens to every spectrum of music. At the
Yeah.
end of the day, a little country, a little rock raises too.
yeah, I love
okay?
I love all
Yeah,
that
so
shit,
I mean,
yeah.
and my dad was the same way. He listened to every section of music. So that is a huge loss getting that out. And not to mention just like the car sing-alongs and stuff like that. Like I travel a lot. I mean, I traveled a lot in the car too. But like when you're doing like the little 3-hour, 4-hour road trip, 5-hour road trip, you got to have the R&B sing-along.
Yeah,
Rap
you
ain't
do.
gonna get you along the way that an R&B sing-along is gonna get you along. Knowing them good 90s hits. And we had, I mean, our parents I think would beg to differ. But to me, we had the richest R&B growing up. We had that. We got the best R&B. I think
90s
of any
R&B
generation.
is stupid.
I mean, besides
Like-
maybe 70s. Besides maybe
Yeah.
the 70s.
Yeah.
Which like I said, that's our parents. Our parents, like, they had a lot, but like we had the richest R&B. Like our R&B is off the fucking chain.
Yeah.
It is. That 90s, early 2000s, late 80s, 90s R&B. That's just what it was.
Yeah, no facts.
But like I said, rap is definitely my rap is my genre of choice.
Right.
But like you said, gospel definitely has. I think that's the best way to get.
And then, you
best
know,
of both worlds.
rap, you still have a party too.
Right.
You
Yeah.
still get them parties.
But like you
put
said,
party to
gospel-
it.
I mean,
I
an
think-
R&B party would be lit though.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Matter of fact,
Oh,
we
yeah.
should throw a
Don't
90s
get- don't
R&B
get it
party.
twisted.
A
Like
90s R&B party.
This R&B party.
Yeah,
would be lit.
don't get it twisted. Of course.
Okay, well, we're going to post this poll on Instagram and Twitter. I know this is difficult, and I know it's probably going to cause lots of conversation, but let us know which one of these genres you would have to get rid of between R&B, hip-hop, and gospel. And we are going to move over into our next and last segment, which is Black.
Black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all.
That shit's, you need to,
Hey, you had really good timing.
yeah.
That was real good
Because
timing.
it was like
what was you about to say,
Yeah.
D-Hayes? You about to say something else.
No, Markia Nelson is black, y'all. Markia Nelson is a 29-year-old manager at Dunkin' Donuts. Let me read y'all the headline. Dunkin' Donuts manager arrested for creating a fake employee to pocket the paychecks. All right. 29-year-old Markia Nelson was arrested by Pinellas Park police Monday morning after she hired a fictitious person on May 15th. From May 16th through July 6th, police say Nelson clocked the fake employee in and out, logging a total of 235 hours. The arrest report says the fake employee earned $8.65 an hour, making a total of $1,610.84. Police say Nelson direct deposited that money into her own personal account and later admitted to what she did, claiming she used the money for life expenses. So this woman is in a managerial position at Dunkin' Donuts, and she didn't create a whole ass fake ass nigga
Out of line.
just so she can put their money into the bank. Like
How
this
did
nigga
they
never
come
worked there,
up with
whoever it
this
was.
shit?
I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, they really be coming up with some real creative ways to swindle. Like the amount of work you do to swindle, you could just work a couple more hours, couldn't you?
Right, picked up like for $1,600,
And y'all so smart. Just go back to school.
and I feel like that's got to be a felony, right?
Yeah,
Like if
pretty
it's
much.
because even
So
if
she
you
just
steal,
filled out an application. I interviewed them. They'll be here at work. She just worked the shift alone.
she didn't. They probably
No,
weren't working
it
at all. She
wasn't-
was
they
just
weren't
logging them
working.
in and
She was
clocking them in and out.
yeah.
They weren't
She
ever
just
even.
made up a whole
She
fake
made
person.
a person basically.
so
a
she could
fake
get
person.
so she could get money, extra
Yeah.
money, basically.
This is black as hell, Markia, and I don't know. I mean, I don't understand why you did it, and I don't know why you got the nerve to look mad in your mugshot. She looked upset like somebody else did.
Let me
Nigga,
see.
you
Oh
did
my
this.
God.
You did this, Markia.
She looking like, oh Lord, I don't know why they're tripping.
I wonder why people. I wonder if she really felt like in her mind, like, you know what, this is gonna work out. Like, I'm about to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way you never get away with shit like that. Not for long. You know,
I
clearly.
wonder who, like, did she use like a real person's like social security number or something like that?
Oh, that's another thing.
Yeah,
You
she
do
had
have
to go through a lot.
She had to go
that
through
was
a
really
lot.
extensive.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about
With her
all
being
that.
a manager, she might have overrid certain things,
I mean,
been
but you
able
still
to,
gotta go through
but
the
you
HR,
still got to go
all
through the HR.
paperwork and all that stuff for any job.
Yeah, I
Well,
think
it
when
ain't
you,
like you gotta go, like you just turn it in.
Yeah, I think,
So-
and you
Yeah,
probably
but she still had to fill all that
but
shit out for
She had
somebody.
to turn it, but see, the thing is, when you working in like food, that she probably turned it in and then gave it all to her manager, and so then her manager manipulated whatever. You know what I mean? Versus like I don't think you ever see HR. I think when you're working at a restaurant, HR is your manager is HR at that restaurant, right?
Yeah, but either way it goes, she
But
had
then
to
sometimes
take
there's a
like an
bigger-
hour, 2 hours out of her time to fill out all that damn paperwork
Yeah.
that you got to fill out for any job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and now she in jail, and I don't really foresee her get. I mean, they gonna throw the book at that ass, and they need to.
Yeah, because that's real black.
Yeah, that's real black. That's out of line, man. And come on, man. Like somebody else could use that money. She gonna put in there. It's for life expenses. What the hell is life expenses, nigga?
That mean
Life
weave.
expense. Shut up.
Wait, that's what that is. Weave, nails.
I
you
said
know.
weed.
Oh, well.
nails.
Probably some weed too.
That too,
weed
yeah.
to
You
it.
know, it's all of it. All the above.
Oh, Markia.
I mean, Markia innovation, A+.
Yeah, no,
Execution.
unmatched. Yeah.
F-.
Yeah. You dropped the ball, but
You dropped the ball. Where was she working again?
Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, come on, Dunkin' Donuts. Girl, you got to get a big operation in that.
Right, yeah. Well, anyway, Markia, you ought to be ashamed of your damn self, and you are black this week. Really,
Did she get any checks?
if we don't mention it, you're going to be black next week again, too. We might not say it, but it's there.
Honey, you going to stay black for this baby.
It's black as hell.
What'd you say happened? I mean, what's it say?
Life expenses?
Nah, 4 a.m.
Oh, yeah. Anyway,
That's how dark you are. The
3 a.m.
darkest
slowly
brothers.
approaching 4. Yeah.
Honey.
Anyway, all right. Well, thank you guys so much for listening to our show. Please email us your letters at IAMWpodcast@gmail.com. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Also, subscribe to us on YouTube. All of those names are IAMW Podcast. Thank you guys for y'all support. We appreciate it. This is D. Hayes.
Chris was here.
Same OG.
And a king of hearts.
Later, y'all.
Peace.